Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Today's beer is, well, it's a very special beer, this one. Basically because it was the birth of Fullers Brewers Reserve. This is the first one, number one. So the beer's either 2 or 3 year old. Limited edition, what it was back then, oak aged ale. And it's been matured for 500 days in 30-year-old single malt casks. It's bottle conditioned and is 7.7% ABV. If you want to have a little read on the back, if it'll focus. There you go. Pause it and pause the review and start it up again. But this, again, yes, it's just been, it was made, as I say, 2 or 3 years ago. I'd like to thank Amanda Hunt, who works for Fullers. She managed to dig this out for me. Said it was knocking around the brewery, so she decided to send it to me, which is very kind of her. There you go. And it's bottle number 121,026. Sorry, 12,126. I knew I got that wrong somewhere. There you go. 12,126. Signed by John Keelan himself. Okay, without further ado, let's get the beer open. Into a glass. So with it being aged at the, well, it's been aged for 3. Oh, look at the colour. Wow, look at the colour. Stopped me in my tracks. I'm really wondering what it's going to taste like with it being aged in 30-year-old casks for 500 days. Then it's been aged in the bottle for 2 to 3 years. I've done number 2 and number 3. Number 3 is this year's release, 2011. So this must be, I think it might be 2009 maybe, 2008, 2009 if they missed a year. So what are we getting? 2 finger, off-white, creamy head. Really nice colour to this beer too. Very nice colour. That's the colour there of this particular beer. So I'd say it's very dark. It almost looks like a ruby red ale. A deep golden colour to it. See if we can get some more in. I am getting the whiskey from here. Wow, look at the conditioning. So let's get the nose. Oh, that smells, it smells very sweet, very malty, and then with a big hit of whiskey. Oh. Single malt whiskey. Right, let's get stuck in. Cheers everyone. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Basically burped and it fizzed up my nose, so big hits of whiskey. But you know it's a beer. It's oaky too, definitely get the oak casks. been blended to perfection. Blended to perfection. The whiskey taste is going on and on and on with this beer. It's just continuously coming and coming and coming. You do get the oak. It's not as oaky as an Innocent Gun. It's really not that oaky. This year, 2011, it was the first year where I tasted beer from where it's been brewed in oak casks. And especially the second half of the year, I've seemed to have done loads and loads. The Fullers Brewers Reserve number 3 was brewed in oak casks. So was this. Done a few Innocent Gun beers. Done a few other beers brewed in oak casks. But it seems to be quite trendy at the moment to brew beer in oak casks. Mouthfeel. Mouthfeel is medium to thin. It's drinkable, very, very drinkable. It's not really coating your mouth an awful lot. A 7.7% ABV, I find that a bit of an achievement. Sometimes a beer will thicken up at that point, but this is not. You almost get what I'm finding with this. It's almost like a beefed up version of London Pride which has been brewed. London Pride might be the base beer, or maybe even Golden Pride. I know Golden Pride's 8 something, so it's a mixture, I think, of something like London Pride and Golden Pride that they've used as the base beer that they put into the casks, the whiskey cask, and just let the beer mature. I'd say a guess for me would be London Pride, because it has got the taste of London Pride in it, but with maybe a dash of whiskey and some oakiness in there too. But London Pride is only 5, I think it's 5% or maybe 5.2, so it's been bumped up by 2.5%. That may be down to the whiskey in the beer where it's aged. I know I did say Golden Pride, but then I thought to myself, maybe with it being 8.2%, it wouldn't go down in the gravity, so it's more than likely going to be London Pride. You certainly taste that. If you're very quick-minded with this, if you really think about the beer first before the whiskey completely takes over, for a split second you get London Pride. I'm really enjoying this. Really enjoying it. I tell you what it didn't have. It didn't have that neck piece, that sticky neck piece, which was on the number 2 and number 3. I've saved them up in the cupboard there. Should we give it a rating? 9 minutes in, let's give it a rating. When this came out 2 years ago, I mean, you can't get it now, but when this came out 2 years ago, it came out about Christmas time, and it was that kind of, I think it's come out for the special occasion type. You're only ever going to drink one of these, that's why it's been put in a nice cardboard box and decorated. I think it's been brewed as a kind of Christmas present for somebody who likes their beer, wants something a bit special for Christmas. I certainly think that's where this beer is going to be aimed at, or was aimed at. Certainly, try number 3 if you're watching recently. They got Fullers Brewers Reserve number 3. Check that out. But for me, yeah, it's a special occasion beer. I like it. I'm not a massive fan of whiskey, so for me, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think that's fair. It's very nice, it's luxurious. And well, it's an honour really. Thank you to Amanda Hunt again for sending the beer. It's a real honour for you, for me to try something so old and so special. So 8 out of 10. If you want to contact the Real Ale Guide, it's realaleguide@googlemail.com. Facebook is facebook.com/Real Ale Craft Beer, and Twitter is twitter.com/Real Ale Today. Always come to YouTube, do I love your comments. Subscribe if you like, and cheers.